Alright, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do that good stuff. Let's get straight into today's video because in today's video we're going to be going over every single exclusive pirate flag for all the C17 characters and the combo card characters. Basically a priority list on what are the best exclusive pirate flags in the game. Now just before we get into the first flag, I did want to shout out to Stevie Beavy, the mod of the main Discord, for documenting all the pirate flags, not only in the Discord, but for me to be able to make this video. Um, so that was absolutely amazing. Thanks for him for all the work and putting all the flags in a nice channel here for the Discord channel. Obviously, I have the Discord channel link in description down below if you want to join the main Discord channel. I'll be a huge shout out to Stevie Beebe for supplying all the flags and making this video possible. Alright, so getting into the very first flag, the CP9 combo card character flags. Now, the one thing you need to know about the combo card character flags is they are probably the hardest flags to obtain in the entire game. You can't just get them from the normal chests. Uh, you can only get them from events. There's events, I think, or from the egg event. It has been quite a long time since we've had a combo card character event in the game, like 3 months since the last one. So I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure the flags do come on their events, but as I said, if you don't get the flag when their event comes out, you're probably going to be waiting like 3-4 months before it even comes back. So that's just one thing to keep in mind with the combo card character flags. Now, obviously, CP9, the worst combo card character, don't recommend at all. No point in even talking about the flag. SAL flag, obviously, if you can pick this up, this is probably the best one. 50% basic damage, absolutely amazing. However, as I said, with the combo card characters, if you don't get their flag on their event, you're going to have to wait like 3-4 months. Then this one, the 3 top admirals. A pirate skill flag. When pirate flag is equipped, the attack absorbs targets 10% defense and 10% damage rate. That's actually really good for this character. With their basic ability, they keep absorbing and gaining stats. But yeah, they don't really have a team. Then next up we have the 3 top gorgeouses. Obviously not a good. I don't recommend this one at all because Monkey King, Luffy, and Enmazori aren't the greatest characters in the game, so there's not really much to talk about there. Now the very first C17 character flag we have is Valentine's Nami. Actually really good that she's the first one because she's one of the very first C17 characters you should get in the game. Amazing flag, very good. Would I rush it? Depends on your team. I do think there are some better flags in the game, but by all means, great flag nonetheless. 15% ultimate damage, and then 15% control rate as well, which is really good to get those silences on your targets. Next up we have is Kaido Dragonform's flag. So after hitting the target with the ultimate skill, it causes to burn behind its target and reduce rage by 150. It's a decent flag. You don't have to rush this flag by all means. It's not insane or anything. It's just a nice flag to have for the character. Then we have Law's flag, so Surgeon of Death Law. Ultimate damage by 15% and self-control rate by 35% when attacking. This is basically just a better Valentine's Day Nami flag, so I do highly recommend getting Law's flag first over Valentine's Day Nami. Law's probably one of the best flags in the game, along with like General Frankie and some other characters, so I do highly recommend getting Law's flag as fast as you can, if you have him. Then we have Nico Luffy's flag. The only awakened character in the game. After releasing the unique skill, increases own damage rate and attack by 20% and reduces the damage you receive from mythical beasts by 40%. Now I'm not sure if there are actually any mythical beast considered characters in the game. That's why I don't really recommend that you need his flag. Not a must-have flag by all means. Obviously helps the character, but you don't need him to be very good. He's just broken how he is at 4 stars even. So yeah, you don't need his flag at all. But it is nice to have. General Frankie, as I said, one of the better flags in the game. When the hero is under attack by the enemy, it reduces the enemy's rage by 200 points, a chance to cast minus skill by 20%, and rage recovery speed by 30%. Lasts for 2 turns, which can be stacked up to 2 levels. So this can go up to 400 points, and then 60%. Obviously, General Frankie, the best tank in the entire game. He's going to be taunting a lot of characters, so he's going to get max. He's going to get a lot of value from this flag. Definitely one of the best flags in the game, as I said, with lore, so you definitely want to pick that up if you have General Frankie. Next up, we have the newest character, Luffy Toro. Every time he releases his ultimate attack, if his HP is lower than 30%, he will increase his own lifesteal rate by 300%. Now, it does sound quite insane. However, it's not a 100% needed flag, in my opinion. I don't have it, and he does perfectly fine. He full heals after ultimate anyway. So it's not a 100% needed flag. Obviously, it helps the character, but definitely not high up in the priority list. So that's that one. Then we have Zephyr's flag. Increases own defense and crit resistance by 20% upon being attacked. Absolutely amazing. It doesn't say that it stacks up, so as soon as he gets attacked once, he'll get the 20% defense and crit resistance. A lot of people probably won't have Zephyr if you're a newer player or you don't focus on getting Zephyr up. I'm only just focusing on Zephyr myself, so you're definitely not a flag you have to rush. But if you have most of your other high needed flags, then yeah, sure, he can be a good flag to add after the needed flags. Next up we have is Katakuri's flag. With 100% chance to restore 40% HP upon taking fatal damage. So when he is about to die, he'll restore 40% of his HP. So pretty decent flag. It's actually kind of a nerf version of Yamato's. When you see Yamato's later on. Definitely not a flag you should get first. Obviously, Lord, General Frankie, Nami, you want to get these types of flags first. Chopper. But yeah, he's probably in like the second bracket of flags. Then, perfect timing, we have Yamato's flag. Pirate flag, the crew can be revived with 100% HP once upon being killed while equipping. So this is just a better version of the previous flag. Like I said, she just gets 100% HP. Basically, imagine a tank reviving and getting 100% HP again. It's just absolutely amazing. Such a good flag. I do recommend if you have Yamato, yeah, really good flag. And then next up we have is just base Kaido. Not one of the greatest characters in the game, but his pirate flag increases our front row 15% crit resistance rate and back row by 10%. So not absolutely insane, but as I said, he's not an insane character, so by all means. Alright, then next up we have is Bullet. Pirate flag skill increases the crew's own defense 5% when being attacked. This can be stacked, I believe, infinitely. I'm not too sure, it doesn't actually say that. If you're going for Sand Team, I do highly recommend him and Yamato's flags first. So yeah. And then next up, Fujitori's flag. Fujitori, a very outdated character, don't recommend. If you don't get the confusion, he's not that great of a character. And then next up we have is Blackbeard's flag. A pirate flag skill attack with an additional 100 rage points and 20% bonus to your critical damage. If you're going for Blackbeard's team, you 100% need his flag, obviously. Alright, then we have Sanji Germa. Pirate flag skill. Each attack increases own HP steal by 20% and damage rate by 15%. Pretty decent flag overall. Would I rush the flag? Not really. You want Nami's first before his, and then you want Law, General Frankie, Chopper, you know, all these other characters first, and then probably Sanji Germa a bit later on. Next up we have his Redhead Shanks. Increases your own control rate by 20%, that should be. Increases the rage recovery speed of all our units by 15%. It's not insane or anything, I don't recommend it early at all. Because he's only used on Blackbeard's team, so I only recommend getting it when you're building your third team. So, don't really recommend. Now we have Sir Crocodile's flag. Increases rage recovery speed by 30% and ultimate damage rate by 15% when on stage. Absolutely amazing. Definitely one of the best flags that you should get if you're going for Sir Crocodile, or if you have Sir Crocodile. Really good flag. So yeah, definitely one of the better flags in the game. Then we have Edward Newgate. Increases your own crit damage by 80%. Sounds insane, but it isn't that insane. nowhere near by all means at the top of the priority list. Then we have probably one of the worst C17 character flags, if not the worst. As you can see, increases own blood steal rate by 30%. Blood steal rate will be increased by 45% if there are more than 3 attack members on your team. So, absolutely terrible flag. Next up we have is Marco's flag. For each additional skill type crew member of the enemy, Marco the Phoenix attack and damage bonus are increased by 10% permanently. So a really good flag. Marco is definitely a good character up there. However, he is a very situational character. You can only use him when the enemy runs about 4 or more skill type crew members. So do I recommend? No, because as I said, he's a situational character. Alright, next up we have Chopper's flag, obviously one of the better flags in the game. Gains 20% damage bonus, 20% bonus resistance rate, and 30% bonus control rate permanently upon entering the field. This is just entering the field. He gains all these stats, which is absolutely amazing. And then as your crew members die, he's stacking up and getting even more stats. He could just become a one-man machine. But yeah, really good flag overall. And next up we have is Shrew of the Rain. Don't recommend him at all. You only use him if you don't have Odin in the Sand team as a 6th slot, and that's better. Next up we have is Monkey D Dragon. Reduces the enemy's damage reduction and damage bonus by 4% when attacking. This is absolutely amazing. It's a pretty good flag. If you are going for the Monkey D Dragon like lore team, you definitely want to pick this up after your first 3-4 flags. Alright, so now we have Big Mom's flag increases your own crit rate by 15%. Increases your defense by 15% when being attacked. Which is okay, it's not insane. The crit rate's really good for her passive. Because if she crits, she'll get rage back every time she ults. So she will just keep ulting. But would I recommend? No, not really. Next up we have his Marine Hero Garb. A very good flag for him. Because he ignores target's damage resistance by 45% upon attacking, which is quite insane. 45% is a lot. And you're using Marine Hero Garb, you definitely want to pick up his flag. Alright, next up we have is Magellan. Now his flag increases their own damage rate by 30% and increases their own Dark Soul 5% damage rate, Yellow Sand Soul 5% damage avoidance rate, Cold Soul 20% rage recovery speed, and Fire Soul 10% critical damage. So I'm assuming if you have these on your field, these are the bonuses that he's gonna get. Obviously not the greatest character, but yeah. Alright, next up we have is Sengoku's flag. So while being attacked, increases your own defense by 10% and damage resistance by 10%. It's okay, it's not insane, he's not a great character, don't recommend. Increases your own crit damage by 40%. And crit by 20%. That's actually really good. Again, would I recommend? No, not really. Not the greatest character, only really early game, and that's about it. Alright, now we have Rayleigh's flag. Increases own damage of ultimates by 15%. Crit rate increases by 50% after 3 turns. Again, it's a decent addition to the character. Would I rush it? No, not really. Because he's more of a mid-range character. Next up we have is Odin's. Pirate flag skill increases all crew's rage recovery speed by 30%, that's what it's supposed to be, and damage resistance by 5%. So actually a really good flag. But yeah, you definitely want to pick up his. It's a pretty good flag for your team. Then we have Sabo Flame Fruit. Skill increases ultimate damage by 15%, attack by 15% during the attack. Obviously, not a great character in the game. He's only good early game. Would I recommend? No. Would I rush? No. Then we have Hancock's Summer Swimsuit. Increases the rage recovery speed of all our crew by 15%. Literally just a worse version of Odin's flag. Odin's was 30% and he increased damage resistance by 5%. So just a worse version of Odin's flag. Now we have King. After 2 turns since the deployment, raises the crew's own attack by 20% and damage rate by 20%. No, not really, I don't recommend. Then we have Carrot's flag, reduces the damage of our side by 8% at the beginning of the battle, I would assume. Sounds like a good flag, like 8% of total damage, but not a great character. Obviously, if they're your favorite character, sure, go for it, but again, not a great character. Hiyori, one of the better characters in the game. Increase your own defense and crit resistance by 25% when you release ultimate skill. So she's going to get tankier and harder to kill. Last 2 turns, recovers 12% of maximum HP to a random ally as well. Really good flag in the game. So I do recommend her flag. Alright, now we have Young Whitebeard. Pirate flag skill, during the attack increases own control immunity by 25% and own defense by 10%. But again, not the greatest character. Alright, so now we have Zoro Daishinkan. Pirate flag Pirate flag skill, each time attack increases own HP steal by 20% and damage resistance by 15%. I believe this is exactly the same as Sanji Germa's flag. I'm pretty sure we just read this. So you're better off just going for Sanji Germa because he's just a better character. And there's nothing else to say. Alright, so now we probably have the most expensive character in the game because you do have to top up to VIP 12 to unlock the character. And then to get the flag, I think it's like VIP 14, 15, 16, something like that. So I don't recommend this flag at all, but after death, 100% chance of randomly finding an enemy target. So don't recommend it at all. Very expensive character and not that great. During the attack, it absorbs 10% attack and 10% crit from the target. The 3-star Admirals are just a better version of Summer Mihawk, in my opinion. Literally just a better version of him. Alright, then we have Marshal Kainu, another VIP character. Pirate flag skill, upon the beginning of each turn, it raises own rage by 200 points, control immunity by 25%. Only good early game. This character is only good early game. Do I recommend getting his flag? No. Increases own crit rate by 15% and rage by 100 points. Wow, that's terrible. Nothing else to say, completely terrible. Don't go for this character. Only for collection. We have Enma Zoro. Skill increases own damage rate by 15% and minus skill damage of all friendly units by 12%. It's a decent flag. However, Enma Zoro, again, just doesn't really have a team. Right, and then we have Christmas Robin's flag. Offensively increases own damage rate and damage rate by 20% and attack by 20%. This would be an amazing flag on some of the other damage dealers. This flag could be really good though if she had a good kit. Alright, now we have Rosenet. Exclusive pirate flag, release ultimate skill, absorbs target's attack and ultimate skill damage by 18%. Actually a pretty good flag. So if you're going for Rosenet, you definitely need his flag. But he's absolutely amazing once you get the resources up. But you do need to get the resources up. It does take a while. Now the very last flag, Princess Shirahoshi, probably the most pay-to-win flag in the entire game. Reduces target's rage recovery speed by 100%. She's going to be hitting the back row, so 3 people. Reduce rage recovery speed by 100% and reduces their rage by 500 points. On her ultimate, she reduces back row by 300 points, so you're going to be reducing their rage by 800 points and 100% rage recovery speed, which is quite insane. However, yeah, pay to win. You have to have the flag for her to actually be a decent character, but if you do have the flag, she is quite a decent character if you can get her to ult turn 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.